Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The Werewolf vs. the Vampire Woman from 1971. It's the 29th film in the 50 Drama Movie Classics collection, is directed by Leon Klimovsky, and stars Paul Naschy and Gabby Fuchs. That's right, you're hearing it right this time. I have been under the false impression this film was titled The Werewolf vs. the Vampire Women, as in more than one, and even though that's narratively the case, the film's actual title only refers to one vampire woman. This is another film from the writing, directing, acting team of Paul Naschy and Leon Klimovsky, who brought us the earlier 50 Drama Movie Classics collection film, Vengeance of the Zombies. And the biggest thing I can say is that, other than Paul Naschy starring in both films, the major thing both films share is that the female antagonists are shown in constant slow motion. That would be the female zombies in Vengeance of the Zombies, which, as it just so happens, are the only kind of zombies in that film, and the female vampires, again, the only kind of vampires to be seen in The Werewolf vs. the Vampire Woman. When I thought it was a film-specific thing with Vengeance of the Zombies, I thought it was a cool artistic choice, but now that I see it's a director's crutch, the luster is gone a little. Part of this film is female vampires attacking future female vampires, which means we've got a film that delves into the delicious evil of lesbianism. A lot of vampire films did this, where they would have a female vampire attack a female victim, and the attack would be a tonal excuse to show female on female eroticism, while at the same time calling it a bad thing. This is just one of the reasons I think the vampire film is largely played out by now, and even a little boring, because 1. Films are more than comfortable showing women on women eroticism nowadays, and 2. We are thankfully no longer a society that believes in the delicious evil of lesbianism. Most of us drop the descriptor entirely, while others are willing to drop the evil part. This film is okay at its best when it is being self-sustaining on the few characters we spend the majority of the film with, but because that film would be less than an hour long, we do have scenes where townsfolk do enter the equation, and those scenes are definitely the weakest within this horror film. The werewolf transformation is a laughable mess, but fuck it, they tried. Also, I'm pretty sure if I compared them more, I'd find a lot of story similarities between this film and Vengeance of the Zombies, but I don't have that kind of time, so instead I'll give this film a C+, and tomorrow it's on to the Paul Haggis film Crash. Not to be confused with the David Cronenberg film Crash. See y'all then.